after they finish their food.
Microphone. Bagpipe.
You need another one of these?
Not yet. No, no, no. No. It's only because there's on it.
Thank you. You want to? Hey, Bart, they're about 100 feet away from me.
Honored guests, now entering the northwest corner of the stadium, please welcome the doctoral candidates who are wearing their academic hoods for the first time. They were led in by the CU Boulder faculty who welcomed them into the company of scholars. Now entering the northeast corner of the stadium, please welcome the master's candidates.
Where's the music? Where's the music?
entering the northeast corner of the stadium, please welcome the College of Music. Entering the northwest corner, welcome Environmental Design. Entering the northwest corner, we welcome the College of Media, Communication, and Information. Now entering the northeast corner of the stadium, please welcome the Leeds School of Business. Entering the northwest corner, welcome the College of Engineering. honored guests. Now entering at both the northwest and northeast corners of the stadium, please welcome those candidates receiving their undergraduate degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences. Now entering the northeast corner of the stadium is the University of Colorado Boulder Navy ROTC Color Guard. Please rise. Honored guests, the University of Colorado flag bearers with the university and Boulder campus flags, Commencement Marshal and Dean of Libraries James Williams, Chancellor Philip P. DeStefano, the Vice Chancellors, the Deans of the various schools and colleges, the Platform Party, the Regent, and President Bruce D. Benson.
Good morning. Oh, happy day. I'm Jim Williams, the Dean of Libraries and the Campus Commencement Marshal. Will you please remain standing and join the College of Music students Layla Getz and Joshua Devane in the singing of our national anthem and the presentation of the colors by the CU Boulder Navy ROTC.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran glad, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sailors, that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please remain standing for the presentation of the color. And now, please join Layla Getz in the singing of America the Beautiful, accompanied by the Boulder Brass. The words to this song were composed by Catherine Lee Bates in 1893 during a visit to Pikes Peak near Colorado Springs, and those words were inspired by the beauty of our state. Nayla. Please be seated. This is a message for our students today, our graduates. The origin of commencement can be traced to 12th century Europe, when organized universities were first being formed. Commencement is a solemn and meaningful rite of passage, a tangible experience of an individual leaving college behind and entering the broader world of limitless horizons. It supports our transition from one state of being to the next. Commencement is an important ritual for the human spirit, signifying at once great accomplishment and moving to the next chapter of life and a world of possibilities. It's a momentous day, an everlasting day. Congratulations to all of you. Commencement is not only a time for celebration and reflection, but also a time to recognize and support the sacrifices that parents, families, and friends often made to provide the opportunities for students to pursue their education. Students, do you want to look to the audience and thank the parents and the friends and the families? Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Benson, President, University of Colorado System.
Thank you, Dean Williams. I would like to just first of all say he's done this for 27 years. I hope we'll be able to have graduations in the future. So thanks for all you've done, Jim, and good luck to you. I'd like to add my welcome to the graduates, their family and friends, and the university faculty and staff. On behalf of the University of Colorado, I'd like to congratulate you and all the people that helped you. Your degree from this great university will change your lives forever. And hopefully we've taught you how to think, not what to think, and you draw your own conclusions. That is what education is all about. As you start the next stage of your life, I'd like to share with you some of my thoughts that have helped me throughout my life. Listen to others. Make sure you hear all sides of the issue. Your ideas may not always be the best, and you can accomplish a lot more if you don't care who gets the credit. And in every decision, watch out for unintended consequences. Stay focused on what is important and finish what you start. Think before you act. If you make a mistake or a bad decision, admit it, apologize, fix it as fast as you can, and just move on. And when you make an agreement, make sure both sides are happy. Don't always try to get the advantage. And seize opportunities as they come along. And you have a life plan. Don't miss opportunities that may not fit exactly in your plan. And think outside the box. Don't be afraid to take calculated risks to advance your cause. And don't be afraid to fail. People want leaders, so when you see a void, fill it. And when you become a leader, be inclusive and open, try to listen more than you talk, hire great people who are trustworthy and work as a team, and know what you don't know, and be sure that you have people around you that do know. And treat everyone with respect, and remember, everyone has a place in this world. Always lead by example, do the right thing, no matter how tough it is. You will be rewarded. Be generous with your time, and when you can, with your money. And be sure to remember your alma mater. Yeah. Contribute to your community, volunteer for projects you care about. You will do good, and it'll make you feel really good. In the end, your honesty, your word, your reputation, your integrity are all that you have, so don't lose them. And don't forget, the harder you work, the luckier you will get. So good luck to all of you as you start the next phase of your life. Again, congratulations.
Thank you, President Brinson. We now also thank those whose academic and administrative support and dedication to the university have helped bring all our graduates here today. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce some of these people who are with us today. It's my pleasure, first, to introduce the following regents of the university. John Carson, Highlands Ranch. Glenn Gallegos, Grand Junction. Jack Kroll, Denver. Linda Shoemaker, Boulder. Secretary of the Board, Patrick O'Rourke. And CU Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, Todd Solomon. I'd also like to introduce Colorado State Senator Matt Jones and Colorado State Representative Jonathan Singer. Both of these men have been great champions to the university and its students. We particularly thank you for participating in today's ceremony. We're also joined by Boulder County Commissioner Cindy Domenico. Cindy's daughter, Julia Bergen, is graduating today from the College of Arts and Sciences. I'd also ask the Vice Chancellors of the campus to please stand. And the Chair of the Boulder Faculty Assembly, Professor Melinda Pickett-May. The Chair of Staff Council, Alan Slinkard. The University of Colorado Student Government Presidents, Madalena De Andrea and Marcus Fotinos. And our Vice Provost for Summer Session, Outreach and Engagement, and the Dean of Continuing Education. She has the longest title of all the administrators on the platform, Sarah Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, our Chancellor, Philip P. DeStefano.
Graduates, members of the Board of Regents, President Benson, members of the faculty and staff, parents, distinguished guests, family, and friends. It's my pleasure and honor to have the opportunity to address you today as the Chancellor of the University of Colorado Boulder. And I know today's graduates join me in extending a special welcome to their family and friends whose love and support have helped to make this day possible. Please join me in showing our appreciation for them. With us today are many members of the faculty who have guided and mentored these graduates. They have shared their time, knowledge, and expertise to help each student reach this important milestone. Let's thank you to faculty. A man you've already met on stage, our commencement marshal, Dean James Williams, is retiring after nearly 30 years of serving the university as Dean of Libraries and 27 years as the voice of CU Boulder Commencement. Today marks his final commencement ceremony, and like all of you, he is graduating to the next chapter in life. Thank you, Dean Williams, for your many years serving our students and helping them to celebrate with their families. Today it is my privilege to take a couple of minutes to address the class of 2017. You chose Buff basketball alumna and world-class reporter Kate Fagan as your commencement speaker, so I will begin with a sports analogy. Olympic gold medalist Ralph Boston, the first person to break the 27-foot barrier in the long jump, once said that if you cross the finish line, you're a winner. But it's what you do after you cross the finish line that really counts, he said. And I would like to talk for a minute about what you do after you cross the finish line. There are things that you may want to hear today, like chase your dream, never give up, and be true to yourself. It's all good advice. But then there are things you need to hear. As graduates, you are preparing to enter a volatile world that is in a high stake of change, geopolitically, economically, technologically, and environmentally. The single certainty of the world is that it will look different tomorrow than it does today. In his 2016 book, Thank You for Being Late, Thomas Friedman notes that thanks to an exponential increase in computing power, climbers atop Everest have excellent cell phone service, and self-driving cars are taking to the roads. An explosion of economic interdependency has created new wealth, as well as a spiraling debt burden. And meanwhile, Mother Nature is also seeing dramatic changes as carbon levels rise and species go extinct. The pace of change is exceeding society's capacity to adapt. The future is challenging. The good news is that you are fully equipped to become the leaders of tomorrow to take on these challenges. In your career at CU Boulder, you have learned valuable lessons in critical thinking, civil discourse, collaborative decision-making, and creative solutions, skills required in our complex society. You have learned to be well-rounded, creative thinkers and problem solvers, regardless of your degree, flexible and adaptable in a rapidly changing world, prepared to be the leaders and innovators who will positively impact humanity. Yes, you have crossed the finish line at CU, but as you cross the finish line, now what? My hope is that you will connect with your community to find solutions. I hope that you will call on all that you have learned, all that you have become, and continue to bridge with you your university and its resources. And I hope you will stay connected to your CU community as a forever buff as Kate Fagan has. Now I have the honor of introducing our commencement speaker. Kate Fagan is a sports writer and commentator for ESPN and a CU Boulder alumna. As a member of the women's basketball team at CU, she set a conference free throw record. She graduated in 2004 with a degree in communication, and today she's a columnist and feature writer for ESPNW, ESPN.com, and ESPN the magazine. She is also a regular panelist on ESPN's Around the Horn, and she can be seen on First Take and His or Hers, which airs on ESPN2. Previously, Kate covered the Philadelphia 76ers basketball team for the Philadelphia Inquirer. Her 2014 memoir, The Reappearing Act, coming out as a gay as a college basketball team led by born-again Christians, garnered great attention. Her new book, What Made Maddie Run: The Secret Struggles and Tragic Death of an All-American Teen, is due out on August 1st. We're proud to have her as an alumni. Kate comes to us from Brooklyn, New York. Please welcome Kate Fagan.
All right. Thank you, graduating class of 2017, for inviting me here to speak today. Thank you to the University of Colorado, to the Chancellor, to the President, and to the Board of Regents for supporting their decision. Congratulations, distinguished faculty, friends and family, and of course, especially to the graduates. That's right. Look, I'll be honest, this is the coolest and the scariest thing I have ever done. All right, so I'm comforted here by two things. One, I have absolutely no memory of my commencement speaker, and two, no memory. I guess at least I'm not Betsy DeVos right now, so that's right. That's my play here today, is to set the bar very, very low. I actually solicited opinions about this speech from many people, including my parents, who are here today. Okay, the advice was wide-ranging. Just be funny, mention politics, don't mention politics. A few folks even suggested I should note the current work of the schools here at CU, showing I'm in touch with the university. I agree that this would have been wildly impressive of me, but another piece of advice was to be myself, so I'm going to be transparent right now. I boarded the plane to Colorado using my passport because I lost my driver's license, all right? The only form of payment I have right now is my girlfriend's credit card because I lost my wallet. It's in Ithaca at Cornell being mailed back to me right now. My car is 8,000 miles past due on its oil change, and I filed an extension on my taxes. So, right? The likelihood that I am up to date on the university's research papers and grants, I'm not, okay? My parents are likely nodding because they're probably still wondering when I'm gonna follow through on what I promised them 14 years ago when I graduated, to take myself off the family cell phone plan. No? It's too convenient, guys. All right, so I'm obviously not here today to tell you how to be like a competent, functioning adult, but I am, however, going to be earnest about a few things that have been spinning around my mind lately. I grew up playing basketball. Eventually, I played here at the University of Colorado. That's right. But first, I practiced every day for almost a decade. I spent afternoons and evenings working on my game in a gym empty of everything except my dad, a basketball, and me. Okay, so during those years, I took 250 shots a day, which means that growing up, I took 1 million shots. And that was 1 million shots that no one witnessed and no one applauded. Okay, and yet I remember the undiluted sense of accomplishment when I watched the ball arc toward the rim and when I watched it drop through the net. Okay, the gratification came from feeling the competence of my own body, which I had harnessed through repetition. Hearing the snap of the net was the end of the feedback loop. It had ended by the time the ball hit the floor. Perhaps you guys are worried right now that this is a story meant to emphasize the value of working hard when no one is watching. It's not. This is a story about validation and about satisfaction, about where we find these things and what happens when we start looking in the wrong places. Because a shift has occurred. We're now addicted to the reaction and to the applause. Okay, it's even more than that. It's almost as if nothing is inherently beautiful unless enough people agree that it is. Writing this speech was revelatory for me, because for 3 months, I floundered, writing speech after speech, 7 total. They're all on my Mac. Well, actually, some of them are on my girlfriend's Mac, which I left in the back pocket of a plane, but Delta assures me that they are working diligently to find that Mac. Not a competent, functioning adult. So the reason I struggled was because buzzing in my subconscious was the hope that if I wrote the perfect speech, It would go viral on Twitter and Facebook, and maybe even a publisher would turn it into one of like those little books in which the very best commencement speeches are preserved. So you guys see the problem immediately. I was writing to the response. In none of those earlier versions did I attempt to capture what might be most useful to you, but instead I focused on what might get the most clicks if put later on the internet. So after all my fits and starts on this speech, I asked myself, for whom am I writing this? Was it option A, for me, so I can be clever and insightful? Was it option B, for you guys, so that maybe you might remember something I say here today, or might even forget it until later when you saw and felt that thing for yourself? Perhaps actually it's option C, for both of us. No new ideas exist, just new ways of presenting them, new ways of illuminating them, reminding ourselves what we know is real, but often forget as we're drowning in this pool of superficiality. So how about this? How about screw perfection, the little table book, and what happens after the ball hits the floor? Because 14 years have passed since I sat where you're now sitting, and the truth is, there is very little I've learned that I feel comfortable standing here and telling you is unequivocally true. But there are a few things I think you should consider. It wasn't the end of the speech, guys. We got more. Here's one. Dust settles on people, too. All right, we accumulate layers without even realizing it, and these layers are the perceptions and beliefs of others. Sometimes it's your professors and your parents. Sometimes it's someone you've never even met, but you just see and hear them. And this dust weighs on us. It muddles our decisions in ways almost impossible to recognize. Right now, as you sit here, you guys might be coated in these layers. You might be headed toward a job or a master's degree that was chosen using the rubric of someone else's values. But truth is, even now as I stand here, I know my recent decisions have been clouded by this accumulation of what I should do, not what I want to do. So I should want to be on TV. I should want to make more money. Underneath those layers, I know a different truth. I know I want to be writing more, even if it means I'll make less money. Try replacing your should with your want, and as frequently as you're able, make decisions with that rubric. Because life is best when your should and your want are aligned. And when they're divergent, ask yourself, for whom and what purpose are you doing this thing you believe you should? But, don't misinterpret the point. I can maybe see the parents out here, worried that your kids are going to do just whatever they want all the time. Because we often, and you guys know this, you often have to do things you don't want to do. You have to go to funerals. You have to pay dues at your first few jobs. You have to file your taxes and change the oil on your car. Sometimes it gets past due, but that's okay. Seriously though, you guys check in with yourself frequently to make sure you're waking up for your actual life. And not just because you're addicted to the side effects, that would be the money or the social status that it provides. It's not easy. I'm not even good at it. I'm just suggesting to be aware. Because this is a conversation I have often with myself about working at ESPN. Most people usually have a simpler question. They want to know how I got there. I tell them I got to ESPN by not trying to get to ESPN. The year after I graduated from CU, I was freelancing for the Boulder Daily Camera. I desperately wanted a job for that paper. It's a great paper. One afternoon, I asked one of their sports columnists, Neil Woke, who now writes for CUBuffs.com. All right, shout out for Neil. Yeah. So I asked him for advice. I said, how long should I wait for a job at this paper? And he said, not a minute longer. At first, this advice disappointed me. It scared me. because I really liked having a specific goal. It was comforting. That's how the world works when we're growing up. It's like we're climbing a ladder, and while climbing the ladder can be challenging and tiring, we're never worried that we're expending energy in the wrong direction. We study, we practice, we take our SATs, we apply to schools. So much of growing up is paint by numbers. And now, before most of you, the world is like a tree with branches and then branches off the branches. And how do you know which direction will take you where you want to go? And which might be a dead end? That day inside the camera, Neil woke, asked me what my goal was. I told him I wanted to write for their paper. And he asked me, did I want to write for their paper or did I want to write? I said immediately, I want to write. And 2 weeks later, I started a job at this tiny paper called the Daily Record in eastern Washington State in a small rodeo town called Ellensburg. All right, Ellensburg. Shout out Eastern Washington. All right, here's the point. The dead ends I've hit are when I'm more worried about the headline than the content. I mean that literally and figuratively. The stories I've struggled the most with are the ones I've tried to tailor to a clever headline. The times that I've boxed in success and I've defined it as something specific, I've always felt a sense of disappointment when it didn't turn out exactly like I'd planned. So in journalism, one thing you learn quickly is to never ask yes or no questions. I guess sometimes we say talk about, and that never goes well either, but you always want to ask open-ended questions. You want to present them with a wide swath of space so that they can carve their own path within it. So consider making your goals the equivalent of open-ended questions so that dozens of those branches, dozens of those paths will lead to success. Now you guys, all this might sound like a fancy way of employing the cliche, like focus on the journey, not the destination. And in some ways it is because cliches are true. But in one specific way right now, it's different. Because technology is quickly shifting how we view things, including success. At first, as I mentioned, I wrote a speech tailored to be shareable. This thinking did not materialize by chance in a vacuum. I thought this way because this is how we now think. We have hacked the human mind, and we've discovered what types of headlines and what types of content us humans will be unable to resist. Our online world is like Las Vegas, it's designed for addiction. And here's the point here. More and more, we are creating stories to elicit reactions from people instead of mining ideas to reflect our world. So it's for this reason that I started with the story of the empty gym and the jump shot, because the paradigm of value and success has shifted. We're being taught to know what happens after the ball hits the floor, and to then tailor our shot to maximize the response. So when I first started at ESPN, my editor refused to share page view numbers with me. No matter how many times I asked her, she would say, I don't want you choosing stories based on page views. All right, now, I'm not just worried about stories. I even know exactly which Instagram photos will get the most likes. Okay, it's the ones when I include Nike sneakers in them, just so you guys know. I routinely construct situations to get my sneakers in pictures. In fact, if one of you guys want to take a picture, like at some point during the speech, I'll put it up on Instagram later. But I had this crude algorithm in my head. And now I'm not just chasing page views on stories. I'm altering the story of my life to chase page views. Okay, this is the buzzing superficiality that is hijacking our minds. It's steadily distracting us from sitting still and thinking, letting our mind connect ideas, seeing what meaningful thoughts come up in the silence. This is not a trivial matter. Like, this is actually the fundamental process of making art, is sitting in silence and seeing what bubbles to the surface. Working to notice the world is being replaced by trying to be noticed by the world. And please, class of 2017, don't let this keep happening. Because noticing the world helps us make sense of it. Because what each of you notice about the world is different than what I notice about the world, than what your best friend, than what anyone else will notice about the world. And I might communicate through words, some of you all might through numbers or design or engineering. But it all starts with a vibration of insight that we have to allow ourselves to recognize. It's like noticing and naming. That's your voice. So guys, keep using it. Keep exercising it. You know, no matter how many people cheer after the ball hits the floor. Good luck to you guys, class of 2017. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kate. You make us proud. You make us proud. Today, I'm honored to be able to recognize the 48 Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine ROTC students who are graduating today and will commence service to our country upon commissioning. We also honor today our graduating veterans who've already served our country on active military duty. This year, CU Boulder has the distinction of graduating the largest Air Force ROTC commissioning class in the nation. Thank you very much to their parents, family members, and our faculty and staff of the University of Colorado Boulder for the support and encouragement you have provided these students who have pursued a commission while earning an undergraduate degree. These exceptionally professional students embody the concept of service and the University of Colorado creed. They have chosen a path to serve something greater than themselves, their country, and all of America. Will the graduating ROTC students and graduating veterans stand and be recognized?
During each commencement ceremony, we honor those undergraduate students who have earned all A's during their college career. This spring, 10 students have qualified for this award. And I would like for these students to join me at the podium to be recognized and presented with a medal signifying their accomplishments. Adeline Leslie Bayless, a winter graduate in linguistics, is from Niwot, Colorado. Congratulations, Adeline. William Christopher Buxton, a bachelor's candidate in speech, language, and hearing sciences and theater, is from Arvada, Colorado. Congratulations. Joseph Robert Giacomini, a bachelor's candidate in finance, is from Lakewood, Colorado. Congratulations. Benjamin Koistra Groyal, a bachelor's candidate in chemical engineering, is from Fort Collins, Colorado. Congratulations. Matthew Ryan Hurst, a bachelor's candidate in aerospace engineering and applied mathematics, is from Lafayette, Colorado. Congratulations. Alexandra Marie Okunson, a bachelor's candidate in computer science, is from Anchorage, Alaska. Congratulations. Everett Michael Randall, a bachelor's candidate in finance, is from Windsor, Colorado. Jonathan Tyler Raikunator, a bachelor's candidate in engineering physics and applied mathematics, is from Woodinville, Washington. Congratulations. Scott Mason Wurst, a bachelor's candidate in aerospace engineering sciences, is from Colbert, Washington. Congratulations. Again, congratulations to you all. Each spring, we honor the winner of our Hazel Barnes Award. This award is named in honor of the late Boulder professor, Hazel Barnes. It was created in 1992 to recognize outstanding faculty members who exemplify the enriching relationship between teaching and research. This year, we are honoring Michelle Moses, the 2016 recipient, and Tom Check, the 2017 recipient. Will you please come forward? Professor Moses, your distinguished record in teaching, research, and scholarship, and service to the university embodies the spirit and intent of this award. I'm honored to present this award to you today. Congratulations. Distinguished Professor Check, your distinguished record in teaching, research, scholarship, and service to the university embodies the spirit and intent of this award, and I'm honored to present this award to you today. Congratulations. As part of our ceremony, it is also tradition to recognize individuals and their accomplishments by awarding university medals and honorary degrees. I would now like to invite Regent Glenn Gallegos to come forward and present Ronald L.S. Weaver with the University Medal.
Climate science conducted at CU Boulder informs research and policy decisions around the world. As satellites scan the planet, they generate mountains of data. For decades, Ronald Weaver turned that data into useful, accessible information for scientists here and abroad. For 24 years, Ron was principal investigator and manager of the Snow and Ice Distributed Active Archive Center. During that time, he became CU's resident expert in acquiring, validating, storing, and distributing the data that shapes our knowledge of climate change. Ron earned his bachelor's and master's degrees at CU. After serving in the Peace Corps, he was recruited in 1980 to become scientific manager of the World Data Center for Glaciology. A trickle of data soon became a flood. He kept pace with the latest technology, compiling an impressive record of continuous high-quality data management. In 1990, NASA awarded the data center a 5-year contract to operate the archive, one of only 13 in the nation. Federal budget cuts in 1994 threatened to close the archive. Ron organized a letter-writing campaign that persuaded NASA to restore funding. Without his efforts, the archive likely would not exist today. In his 37 years at CU Boulder, Ron grew the data center to include about 100 scientists, data experts, communicators, and students. He brought in more than $140 million in funding. A kind and generous mentor, Ron encouraged young researchers, helping students build a low-cost CubeSat to monitor polar ice conditions. Even in retirement, he helped design and build an award-winning green data center that cut energy use for cooling by 90%. The Board of Regents is pleased to award the University Medal to Ronald L. S. Weaver in recognition of his lasting contributions to climate research and data management at CU Boulder.
On behalf of the Board of Regents, it is my pleasure to award the University Medal to Ronald L. S. Weaver. Congratulations.
I would now like to invite Regent Linda Shoemaker to come forward and present Anna MC with a degree Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa. Accepting the award on her behalf is her daughter, Michelle Whitten. And also, I would like to invite Regent John Carson to award John J.C. with a degree Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa.
If you're familiar with the Denver Art Museum, the Children's Hospital of Colorado, CU's BioFrontiers Institute, or the CU College of Music, you know the work of John and Anna C. Those local institutions mark just the beginning of their generosity and commitment to improving lives here and around the world. They came to America as immigrants in the 1950s, John from China and Anna from Italy. Anna helped to raise her siblings for 3 years until her mother could join them. That experience sparked a lifelong concern for the welfare of all children. John arrived at age 14. By 22, he had earned bachelor's and master's degrees in engineering. By 1977, he was a senior vice president of Showtime. He went on to found and chair Stars Entertainment Group. And that clear digital TV signal you get at home? John C. is considered by many to be the father of digital television. He submitted the first white paper on digital compression to Congress and the FCC in 1989. In 2005, the couple founded the Anna and John J. C. Foundation, supporting young artists, research, technology, and film education. After the birth of their granddaughter, Sophie, the foundation focused its efforts on helping people with Down syndrome. It became the lead donor of the Linda Cernick Institute for Down Syndrome and the Global Down Syndrome Foundation. Their work to eradicate the medical and cognitive effects of Down syndrome has improved the lives of people around the world. The Board of Regents is pleased to award the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, to John J. C. and Anna Maglione C. in recognition of their generosity and dedication to scientific research, technology, and the arts.
On behalf of the Board of Regents, it is my pleasure to award the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa to Anna M.C.
Congratulations, Pete.
On behalf of the Board of Regents, it is my pleasure to award the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa to John J. C.
We've now reached that happy moment that you've all been waiting for. The conferral of the May 2017 earned degrees by Chancellor DeStefano.
Candidates who are being presented today for the degrees Doctor of Musical Arts, Doctor of Audiology, and Doctor of Philosophy can be recognized by their hoods, which signifies their discipline and institution. This is the highest degree awarded by the university. Will these candidates please rise? These candidates will be presented by Dean of the Graduate School, Ann Schmiesing.
Chancellor DeStefano, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present these doctoral candidates for their degree conferral.
Dean Schmiesing, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates the degrees Doctor of Musical Arts, Doctor of Audiology, and Doctor of Philosophy, and welcome them into the company of scholars. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the degrees Master of Laws, Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Engineering, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Music Education, Master of Science, and Master of Science in the designated fields of engineering, please rise. These candidates will be presented by Dean of the Graduate School, Ann Schmiesing.
Chancellor DeStefano, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present these master's candidates for their degree conferral.
Dean Schmiesing, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these candidates the degrees Master of Laws, Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Engineering, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Music Education, Master of Science, and Master of Science in the designated fields of engineering. Congratulations to you all. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please turn your attention to the video monitors at each end of the stadium for a special video presentation on the class of 2017.
Will the undergraduates from all schools and colleges who have been nominated for honors distinctions please rise? These candidates will be presented by Provost Russell Moore.
This academic year, 732 have been nominated by the faculty for honors distinctions. These are the students whose achievements in academics are truly outstanding, who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of academic excellence and who have contributed immensely to the intellectual vitality of the campus. As a sign of that recognition, the university awards each honors student with a medallion and the ribbon colors designated the specific honor. I'm proud to present these distinguished students who have been nominated to receive their degrees with one or more of the following designations: honors, special honors, high honors, highest honors, distinction, high distinction, cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. It is my pleasure to bestow upon these distinguished students the honors designations for which they have worked so diligently and with such excellence. Congratulations to you all.
Please be seated. Will the candidates from all schools and colleges who are also receiving a diploma in education please rise? These candidates will be presented by Dean and Professor Kathy Schultz.
Chancellor DeStefano, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present our outstanding graduate, Jessica Wagoner, and the candidates in the other colleges who are also receiving their diploma in education.
Dean Schultz, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby bestow upon these candidates the diploma in education. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences who are being presented today for the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts please rise? These candidates will be presented by Dean and Professor Stephen Lee of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Chancellor DeStefano, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present our outstanding graduates, William Christopher Buxton and Meiji Jade Magdalena Castro, and these degree candidates.
Dean Lee, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts. Congratulations to you all. Please be seated. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the degree Bachelor of Science, Business Administration please rise? These candidates will be presented by Dean and Professor Sharon Matusek of the Leeds School of Business.
Chancellor DeStefano, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present our outstanding graduates, Joseph Giacomini, Kate Harris, and Everett Randall, and these degree candidates.
Dean Matusek, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates the degree Bachelor of Science, Business Administration. Congratulations. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the degrees Bachelor of Science, Applied Mathematics, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, and Bachelor of Science in designated fields of engineering please rise? These candidates will be will be presented by Dean Bobby Braun of the College of Engineering and Applied Science.
Chancellor DeStefano, on behalf of our faculty, I have the distinguished honor to present our outstanding graduate, Chip Gregory William Bollendahl, and these fabulous degree candidates from the College of Engineering and Applied Science.
Dean Braun, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates the degrees Bachelor of Science, Technology, Arts, and Media, Bachelor of Science, Applied Mathematics, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, and Bachelor of Science in designated fields of engineering. Congratulations. Congratulations, Chip. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the degree Bachelor of Environmental Design please rise? These candidates will be presented by Dean of the Graduate School, Ann Schmiesing.
Chancellor DeStefano, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present our outstanding graduates, Kira Traxler and Nicole Madigan-Wells, and these degree candidates.
Dean Schmiesing, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates the degree Bachelor of Environmental Design. Congratulations. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Journalism please rise? These candidates will be presented by the founding dean, Lori Bergen of the College of Media, Communication, and Information.
Chancellor DeStefano, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present these degree candidates.
Dean Bergen, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates the degree Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science Journalism. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the degrees Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Arts in Music, and Bachelor of Music Education please rise? These candidates will be presented by Dean and Professor Robert Shea of the College of Music.
Chancellor DeStefano, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present our outstanding graduate, Jordan Leanna U. Pyle, and these degree candidates.
Dean Shea, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates the degrees Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Arts in Music, and Bachelor of Music Education. Congratulations. Please be seated. Welcome to the great extended family of the university. Your connection to the university is lifelong, and we are continually linked together as you take your place in our society, and the university shapes its own destiny as one of the world's greatest universities. Godspeed to you and to our university.
As new alums, now would you please welcome the Executive Director of your Alumni Association, Assistant Vice Chancellor Ryan Criss.
Hello. Not only am I the Executive Director of the Alumni Association, but I'm also a proud graduate of the University of Colorado Boulder. And in a few minutes, the Chancellor will officially confer your degrees, and in that moment, all of you will join a community of over 250,000 other graduates of the University of Colorado that make up what we call the Forever Buffs community. In fact, we have Forever Buffs joining us today who are showing their support for you. And I'd like everybody who graduated from the University of Colorado Boulder prior to today to stand and be recognized. Welcome home. When I travel for CU, I always wear something with University of Colorado on it. And everywhere I go, I hear, "Go Buffs." You guys are ready. So as you go out into the world, show your CU pride because there are Forever Buffs everywhere. And when you meet others with CU connections, look them in the eye and say, "Go Buffs." And know this, your Alumni Association is here to serve you. We provide programs and benefits to help you stay connected with the university, like career services, events, homecoming, and the Coloradan Magazine. So please keep your information up to date so we can continue to serve you. And remember, it's all dues free for life. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ryan. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the Senior Class Council. The Vice President of that council, Manuri Gumage.
Since 1990, graduating seniors at CU Boulder have been creating an impact through the Senior Class Gift Program. I am honored to recognize those who are wearing blue contribution cords today. They have personally donated to the Seniors Creating Future Buffs Scholarship. We are creating a lasting difference by giving back to the heart of the university, its students. I am proud to announce that this gift is endowed and has raised over $78,000 to date. Last year, we supported one student with this scholarship, but due to the commitment and generosity of the senior class, this year we will support 3 students with this scholarship. This is our chance to make a difference from one buff to the next. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2017.
Thank you, Minnie. Thank you.
It is tradition at this ceremony to read the charge that the late university president, George Norland, addressed to the class of 1935. Dr. Norland was a professor of Greek at CU from 1899 to 1942, and for 23 of those years, he served as president of the university, and the library he helped plan during that time now bears his name. His legacy at CU includes having dared to speak out as an eloquent champion of democracy and human equality during a time of serious threats to those principles across the nation, principles that we continue to live by today. He devoted his career to 2 great causes, the life of the mind and the love of the university, which he articulated in this charge to CU graduates. The Norland charge will be read today by our commencement marshal and longtime dean, Dean James F. Williams.
Thank you, Chancellor. For the students, today, you're on the ball. We'd like to request this final moment with you when we say goodbye, and you hold the ball. You are now certified to the world at large as alumni of the university. She is your kindly mother, and you her cherished sons and daughters. This exercise denotes not your severance from her, but your union with her. Commencement does not mean, as many wrongly think, the breaking of ties, and the beginning of life apart. Rather, it marks your initiation in the fullest sense into the fellowship of the university, as bearers of her torch, as centers of her influence, as promoters of her spirit. The university is not the campus, not the buildings on the campus, not the faculties, not the students, not the students of any one time, not one of these or all of them. The university consists of all who come into and go forth from her halls, who are touched by her influence and who carry on her spirit. Wherever you go, the university goes with you. Wherever you are at work, there is the university at work. What the university purposes to be, what it must always strive to be, is represented on its seal, which is stamped on your diploma, a lamp in the hands of youth. If it shines not in you, how great is its darkness? But if it shines in you today and in the thousands before you, who can measure its power? With hope and faith, I welcome you into the fellowship. I bid you farewell, only in the sense that I pray you may fare well. You go forth, but not from us. We remain, but not severed from you. God go with you and be with you and with us.
Thank you, Dean Williams, and thank you for your service to the university, and congratulations again on your retirement. And now will all those receiving bachelor's degrees today please signify your new status by moving the tassels on your caps from the right to the left. Class of 2017, congratulations.
And now will everyone please stand and join in the singing of the university's alma mater. The words will be displayed on the video monitors, and they are also printed in your program at the end of the order of exercises. The alma mater will be sung by Joshua Devane. The commencement ceremony is now concluded. Please remain in your seats for the recessional of the platform party. Congratulations to you all.